The app you trusted to get you home safely suddenly becomes the source of your biggest pain. You're in the back seat of an Uber, maybe scrolling through your phone or watching the city blur past the window, when suddenly the crash happens. Your body jerks forward, glass shatters, and everything feels frozen. You expect Uber to take responsibility, but instead you're left with mounting medical bills, a damaged car, and frustrating silence. That's when the real question hits: how to sue Uber. Many don't realize Uber's liability depends heavily on what the driver was doing at the time of the accident. If the driver wasn't logged into the app, Uber isn't responsible. His personal insurance covers the damages. If the app was on but no ride was accepted, Uber offers limited coverage, which may not cover serious injuries. But if the driver was actively driving you or heading to pick you up, Uber's $1 million liability policy should apply. Still, even with coverage, getting compensated isn't always straightforward. To understand how to sue Uber, you first need to know when Uber is legally responsible. The driver's status on the app is key. App off means no Uber liability. App on with no passenger means limited coverage. And on trip means full coverage. The severity of your injuries also matters. Serious harm often requires suing Uber. If Uber was negligent, such as hiring unsafe drivers or failing to maintain vehicles, they can be held liable. Additionally, if another uninsured driver caused the accident while your Uber driver was on duty, Uber's uninsured motorist coverage might apply, and refusal to honor it may require legal action. Uber's own safety report reveals that 65% of fatal Uber crashes involved collisions with other vehicles, and 31% involved pedestrians or cyclists. Alarmingly, 90% of these deadly crashes happened in urban areas where rideshare use is highest. A case in Chicago illustrates this well. An Uber driver with a record of traffic violations crashed into Officer Jamie Guida's car on I-94 near 76th Street. The driver's app was on, but he had no passengers. After being charged with DUI, Uber revoked his access. The officer was hospitalized but survived. This case shows why knowing how to sue Uber is so important when reckless driving causes harm. If you're injured in an Uber accident, start by documenting the scene, take photos, gather witness contacts, and seek medical care immediately, even if you feel fine. Report the accident through Uber's app to create an official record. Then, reach out to an attorney. If you think, I need a lawyer to sue Uber, you're making the right choice. A lawyer will help you file claims, negotiate with insurers, and if necessary, sue. Insurance companies often begin with low offers, so legal guidance is crucial. Suing Uber presents unique challenges. Uber drivers are independent contractors, so Uber often denies liability. Multiple insurance policies, such as the driver's personal coverage, Uber's commercial insurance, and possibly others, can create confusion about which provider is ultimately responsible for covering the costs. Arbitration clauses may push disputes out of court, making lawsuits harder. Obtaining Uber's internal info about driver status during the crash can be difficult. Illinois law also limits you to 2 years to file a claim, so acting quickly is critical. If settlement talks fail, your lawyer can file a lawsuit, begin discovery to gather evidence, and prepare for trial. At trial, a judge or jury will decide liability and compensation. Appeals are possible but complex and time-consuming. Many injured individuals trust Rosenfeld Injury Lawyers in Chicago to navigate these complex cases. We have a strong track record of securing fair compensation for clients in rideshare accident claims. So if you're wondering how to sue Uber, don't wait. Act quickly, document everything carefully, seek medical attention, and reach out to Rosenfeld Injury Lawyers for a free and confidential consultation. Whether you're suing Uber driver or holding the company accountable, having the right legal team on your side can make all the difference in getting the justice and compensation you deserve.